Girl, I think I'm not built for this live, because tell me why I filmed this video once and I got halfway through, but I realized I'd only been recording for 10 minutes. I'm definitely talking way too fast. So I'm gonna restart. Hey y'all. My name is Kate, and welcome to Kate's Chit Chat, where I talk about any and all bullshit that I want to. This is my first video, so welcome to the channel. I hope you decide to stick around and keep watching me talk about nonsense. Today's video is about a fairly hot topic currently in the K-pop sphere. It's kind of drama related, but I wanted to do a quick little channel disclaimer before I jump right into the topic. My channel isn't intended to be only about K-pop, despite the fact that this video and probably my next video are both going to be about K-pop. It's not a K-pop channel. I want to talk about other stuff. I have a script put away about Ron DeSantis and about Just Dance. I want to talk about Gypsy Rose and Saltburn and any other, like I said, any other bullshit that I want to talk about and I'm gonna talk about. You know, I also want to apologize for any poor quality. This is a karaoke mic that I got for Christmas years ago. I have a ring light, which is probably the nicest thing I have, and my iPhone 13. That's all I got. My scripts are on my laptop that is probably humming, as you can hear. Oh, the mic is humming. That's embarrassing. Also, my house isn't perfectly quiet, if you can probably tell. I do have a co-host. He's being quiet right now. He's just kind of watching me, but usually he doesn't know how to shut the fuck up. The he I'm referencing is my bird, Faraday. I also live at home with my parents. If you can hear them, please ignore them. I can't tell them to shut up and be quiet because they won't listen to me. Hopefully I can get through this video without having to stop it because they're too loud. Because that happened the last time I tried to film a video. I think the universe is telling me to get a job and not do YouTube as a hobby to keep myself from going crazy. But that's not the point. I think I've rambled for enough about my channel, so here's the actual video. This is what you want to hear. Okay. Hyuna. Girl. Hyuna. Woman to woman. What the fuck are you doing? Like, we have to talk. Because this is ridiculous. If you are unaware of what's happening, Hyuna has miraculously combined every K-pop fandom together. Got us all to hold hands and join forces, because she has fucked her career over with a single instrument. And I'm gonna explain why, but there's layers to it, so you gotta stay with me, okay? Hold my hand. We're gonna do it together. First layer, layer one, the crust, if you will. Hyuna, who is she? I'll introduce her. So Hyuna is a very, very famous and iconic idol, and she has been for years. She originally debuted in 2007 underneath JYP Entertainment with the girl group Wonder Girls. And if you know Wonder Girls, you might be a little confused because you're like, I don't remember Hyuna being in it. Like, I remember Sunmi being in it, but not Hyuna. Well, that's because Hyuna was only there for the debut and then she left due to health concerns. But baby, that did not slow her down. She has gone on to debut a handful more times, and she's gone through her fair share of companies as well. She went to Cube and debuted in both 4-Minute, Triple H, and as a soloist. She was also in Troublemaker, and there's more that I'm forgetting. She's been in project groups. Girl, she's been all over the place. Yeah, her most recent debut was in 2021, so that's a little crazy. But like I said, she's gone through many companies. She started in JYP, then she went to Cube, and then P Nation, and her most recent company is At Area, but she hasn't like re-debuted underneath At Area yet. She hasn't released music since joining, because I think she joined like fairly recently, like towards the end of 2023. And so you might know her from any one of these things: her solo career, one of the many groups she's been in, a feature on a different artist's song. If you watch the Gangnam Style music video, you've seen her. Or you may know her from her very popular and very, very public relationship with Edon. I'm getting blinded by my ring light. Layer 2. What is it? The crest. Hold on. Please hold. Layer 2, the mantle. Edon. So Edon, now commonly known as just Dawn, was a member of the Cube group Pentagon that debuted in 2016. He then would debut in Triple H and now is a soloist. Unfortunately for Dawn, after Pentagon's success with songs like Shine, he would leave Pentagon just 2 years after debuting. But in order to fully understand why he had to leave Pentagon and Cube as a whole, I have to introduce you to Triple H. Layer 3, the outer core. There's not enough layers of the earth for me to do this. Okay. Triple H. In 2017, Cube debuted a trio called Triple H. It included 2 members of Pentagon, Hugh and Edon, and then one of their very, very famous female idols, Hyuna. Also note that Dawn's real name starts with an H, so that's why it's Triple H. They didn't just pull it out their asses. In their debut music video, 365 Fresh, Dawn and Hyuna share an on-screen kiss. It's like it's a small little, like, nothing serious. And then a fade to black sex scene. I say fade to black because they're like, you don't see them do it, but it's heavily implied that they did it in the music video. And so obviously, being Korea and K-pop, this was controversial. There was dating rumors between the two, jokes about it. People still to this day joke about Hugh being such a third wheel with Hyuna and Dawn. But of course, K-pop companies being K-pop companies, they deny the rumors. Well, layer 4, the inner core. Can you hear my mom going, wah? Confirmation. So after many, many, many dating rumors and a comeback, Cube finally decided to address the elephant in the room when it comes to Triple H. So on August 1st, 2018, Cube released a statement denying the dating rumors between Dawn and Hyuna. They, they just denied it. They said it wasn't true and that to stop speculating and to respect the artist and whatnot. Well, the next day, Dawn and Hyuna would go to Instagram and post confirming their relationship. Kind of like iconic, like kind of a power move, but unfortunately, Daddy Cube was not happy at all. I mean, like pissed off. So Daddy Cube would then later go on to state, like a month or so later, and I believe, so this happened in August, and then in September, Cube released another statement claiming that their trust with the idols had been fully broken and that they were expelling them from the company. They would then go back on their word and say their Hyuna and Dawn's future with the company was still under works and like in discussion. But by November, Hyuna's contract would be fully terminated and she would leave Cube. And then in November, Dawn would be removed from Pentagon and his contract would be terminated with Cube. And they both left. Dawn followed the love of his life, Hyuna. The love of his life, his senior in both age and career. He followed her because he loved her. And she loved him too. It was very romantic, honestly. And despite them leaving Cube, and Dawn leaving his group, they went on and were still successful. They went on shows like Knowing Bros. They plastered each other on social media. They openly talked about their relationship and their love. They've been dating for 2016, it was revealed. And it was just really cute. And so many fans were like rooting for them. And in January of 2019, they joined P Nation. They both re-debuted as soloists under the label And then they came out with a duo, like a debut. They had a song called Ping Pong and people loved it. Everybody was just saying, you know, that they love the couple, they're perfect, and they should just go ahead and get married already. Well, on February 3rd, 2022, they posted their engagement news. It was really cute. Dawn proposed to Hyuna with a custom ring. Very adorable, very cute. Everybody was so excited. Layer 5, breakup. On November 30th, that same year, Dawn made a statement on Instagram announcing that the couple had separated. They had called off the engagement and were no longer romantically involved. And it was so shocking, honestly. The timeline was in shambles. TikTok was in shambles. My group chat was in shambles. We were losing our minds. Everybody said they didn't believe in love anymore, that they were a child of divorce, and they were just praying that it was a joke and hoping that Dawn and Hyuna would get back together. Especially because they both said that they still had a lot of love for each other and they were still best friends, and you know, from what we learned, it was an amicable breakup, and things just happen, you know. But of course, people don't know how to mind their own damn business. So cheating rumors very quickly came out against Hyuna. A lot of people were saying that Hyuna cheated on Dawn. And Dawn did not take any of that. He very quickly took to social media and said, "Don't you dare fucking say this about her. She would never." And he threatened legal action on anybody defaming and tarnishing her name and reputation, which is so sweet and so romantic. And everybody was like really hoping that, you know, this was just a break that they needed. And when it came to January of 2023, people thought, oh shit, they're back together. Now, I don't remember exactly why these rumors like were formed and whatnot. I don't know what prompted it, but there was rumors that they had gotten back together. But they unfortunately were just rumors, and the couple was actually separated. Also, P.S. Thank you to www.popsugar.com for that timeline of Hyuna and Dawn's relationship. I love you so much. Thank you for preparing that, because I was too fucking lazy to go through Instagram and find it out on my own. Anyways, why did I give you all that background information? I promise it matters, and it is important to understand the background of Hyuna and Dawn's relationship to understand why this Instagram post she made a few days ago was so big and so important. Up until about 6 days ago, as I am recording this, everybody was still secretly rooting for Hyuna and Dawn and supporting both of them on their own. You know, Dawn very clearly still has a lot of love for Hyuna. He's talked about it. He made a song about her and saying that, you know, she is the love of his life. He's never loved anyone the way he loved her. And, you know, everybody's still holding on to that piece of hope that they'll get back together. But 6 days ago, Hyuna made an Instagram post announcing her relationship with fellow idol. What the fuck is his name? With fellow idol Jonghyun. I don't speak Korean, so sorry, Jonghyun. This is how she turned public opinion on her, literally just by hitting post, send. Alright, this is where it gets, can you hear my drink? This is where it starts to get a little controversial, okay? And I'm gonna put a trigger warning here. I'm gonna talk about sexual assault very briefly. If you are not in the mind space to hear that, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna hold Dottie. This is Dottie. I'm gonna hold Dottie while I'm talking about that. So if you need to skip past any mention of sexual assault, you can skip until you see me put Dottie down, okay? Dottie is the safe dog, right? So if you see Dottie and you don't want to hear about SA, skip until you don't see her anymore. Hyuna's current boyfriend, Jonghyun, is an idol known most for being a member of the group Beast/Highlight. It originally debuted as Beast, but then they re-debuted as Highlight and with, I think, less members. But he is also very well known for being involved in the Burning Sun scandal. Now, oh, I stopped saying the name of the layers. I think this is layer like 8 or something. the Burning Sun scandal. Now, I am not going to go into depth on the Burning Sun scandal. That's not the point, but like it is the point, but I don't want to go into full detail. There are millions of videos and articles you can find and read about the Burning Sun scandal. Stephanie Sue has an amazing one that I watched. So if you're unaware of what it is and you want to learn more about it, there are other available resources. But I'm going to try to give a quick synopsis of sorts so you understand the context of the situation. So, in summary, the Burning Sun scandal was a very, very large sex scandal involving some very famous, influential people in South Korea. Some of which being, you know, K-idols and actors and also police officers. And there's, you know, like drug trafficking and police corruption also involved in this case. But the big thing that a lot of people focus on, obviously, is the sexual assaults that took place. Songguri from Big Bang had a club called Burning Sun, and this is where a majority of stuff happened, from my understanding. In this club, this is where women were drugged, raped, recorded, and overall just sexually exploited. It's disgusting. It happened in other places as well, other clubs, but it's most notably known to happen at Burning Sun, hence it being called the Burning Sun scandal. In these clubs and or hotel rooms, there were hidden cameras, and I'm sure that some of these videos were also taken on like cell phone, but these women were being recorded while they were being assaulted, and then these men, these rapists, they would then take the videos and send them in these massive group rooms, like group chats on like Kakao Talk, and these men would sit and they would talk and brag about the women that they assaulted, and it's absolutely deplorable and disgusting. And it went on for a quite some long time before a woman finally, you know, stepped up, went to police, and these chat rooms got exposed and whatnot. I mean, it was disgusting. There were so many people involved. You know, you had idols, actors, police officers, club staff. It was just a cesspool of nasty fucking people. Another very notable idol involved in the Burning Sun scandal is someone named Jung Junyoung. Okay, keep that in mind. So Jonghyun's part, Hyuna's current boyfriend, his part in this is not as direct, okay? It is stated that Jonghyun was never a part of these chat rooms where the videos were shared. However, it is confirmed by his own admission that he was in contact with Junyoung, the other idol involved. Their names are kind of similar, I'm sorry. Junyoung sent Jonghyun a video, one of these nasty videos, and Jonghyun admitted to watching this illegally filmed video. Now this, first of all, pornography is illegal in Korea. That's one thing I would like to state. Obviously it is illegal anywhere to record sex acts happening without the consent of both parties involved, okay? And it's also illegal even if you consent to being recorded. It is illegal for that to be distributed without your consent. So it's stated in the police report. I didn't read the police report. This is what I've gathered. In the police report, Junyoung, the man who sent Jonghyun the video, he said that the video was filmed consensually by this woman, but she didn't consent to it being sent out. But we don't even know the full content of the video that Jonghyun watched. We do know that it was a woman being touched on some unspecified body part. Okay, so Jonghyun didn't go to jail for this because he wasn't as directly involved in it. But that's all we know publicly, and I really want to stress that this case, this is my opinion, okay, allegedly, don't sue me, in my opinion, I don't think that all the information from the Burning Sun scandal is out publicly, because there were police officers involved, there's police corruption, and allegedly, my opinion, I think it is very likely that there were politicians also involved, because hey, in America, it is very common for politicians to also be involved in shit like this, and they don't like that shit to get out, okay? So I don't think that everything is known. You also have to understand that whether or not Jung-hyun, Hyuna's boyfriend, was actively in the clubs, actively drugging and assaulting these women, he is still guilty. He was an active bystander. I don't care what any fucking police report says, or what any of his fans say, or what he says. If he was friends with and in contact with Jun-young, a convicted serial rapist, he had to know that there was some shit going on. I'm sorry, he had to know. I think a lot other idols also knew about shit that was going on. Once again, allegedly, don't sue me. But there is no way that this could have been going on for so long and that Jung-hyun knew nothing about the rapes that was going on. Okay, he got a video sent to him by Jun-young, by the convicted serial rapist. Convicted, okay? He was in contact with him, he was friends with him. Just because he wasn't in one of the chat rooms, just because there's videos of him at the club turning up, doesn't mean that he didn't know. I think bystanders sometimes, in certain cases, like this one, are just as guilty as the people actually doing it. I'm sorry, he didn't say shit about any of his involvement with it until it was all brought up and made public and he had to save his ass. And I'm getting a little carried away with my opinions here, but that's his involvement in the Burning Sun scandal. Okay, I guess I'm done for now. I'm putting Tony down. Here's public opinion. So originally, when this post was made, Hyuna announcing her relationship, I saw support. You know, some people were sad, but at first it was majorly supportive. I saw it, and I was supportive because at the end of the day, it's her decision who she wants to date. But then it was very quickly brought to my attention and many others' attention who her boyfriend was and his involvement with the scandal. And that's when a lot of people got really mad. I mean, people were heartbroken. Hyuna was someone almost everybody loved, okay? She was mother. Those videos on TikTok where it's like, K-pop idols who are mother. Hyuna's involved in 9 out of 10 of those. You know her songs. You probably love some of her songs. And she had this whole image of being a feminist and being a girl's girl. And, not caring about what society thinks of women and breaking out of the stereotype. She had this image, and that's why so many people loved her. And then she goes and dates a rape apologist. But apparently that's not even all, okay? Next layer, former friend. I'm not gonna say her name because I think some people are bringing it up as almost a shock factor. So I'm not gonna say her name. I'm going to let her rest. Originally, I wasn't even gonna put this in at all, but this is a part of the opinion. And I'm not gonna say her name. I'm not gonna go too far into it. I'm very briefly gonna touch on it. There was a late idol who Hyuna was very close friends with, and this idol also dated Jung-hyun before her passing. And a lot of people find it a betrayal of sorts that Hyuna would date her late friend's ex-boyfriend. Some people find it very disrespectful. I'm not going to talk more about it because, once again, I don't want to use this idol's passing as a way to shit on Hyuna, but that's known. People are bringing that up. My thoughts on it are that I think it's just a really fucked up situation, and honestly, I am upset with her and Hyuna. I really like some of her songs, and I like her music. I listen to her, and while I wasn't always fully involved in Hyuna's life or focus on her career as much as I am other groups that I listen to and other soloists I like, but I did really like Hyuna, and I find this situation to be slimy. Verde, my co-host agrees. My co-host has a lot to say. Verde?
My tip creaming right now. My tip sticky.
Okay. Me personally, I could never, ever date a man who is that closely involved with something as diabolical as the Burning Sun scandal, truthfully. I find it nasty. You know, and I guess I don't know the guy personally, so I guess there is a chance that he was oblivious and that he's changed from watching not like revenge porn, basically. I could argue, you know, you could argue that. You could argue that I'm wrong and that he was fully oblivious to what the fuck was going on and that he's not a fucking weird person. But for anyone to be that closely involved with something like that, it just rubs me the wrong way, honestly. I don't know. But I think, I don't fucking know. I think the situation overall is nasty and gross, and I am disappointed in Hyuna and her decisions. I did in fact unfollow her on Instagram, which, like, oh yeah, you get her, unfollow her on Instagram. Like, what the fuck does that do? Nothing. But I did. But I think this is a good situation to use to understand not to put your idols on a pedestal. They're humans at the end of the day, and some of them are bad fucking people. Some of them are bad people, and it's happened a lot where idols that people love end up being fucking shitty people. Like I said, Sungri, fucking Junyoung, shit, Chris Wu. I mean, these people come out and you love them and you bias them and you think they're amazing people, and they end up being fucking creeps. And this is another example of to not, like, you know, worship the people that, you know, you listen to. You just have to always be prepared for disappointment, I think. I don't know, that's all I got. I mean, I'm open to hearing your guys' opinion on this, you know. Your guys' opinion, you know, comment below what you think, if you think everybody's looking too far into it, if you agree that it's gross, whatever you want, but keep it cute, keep it classy, act like y'all have some fucking home training. I'm gonna delete anything disrespectful or rude because I don't want that shit in my comment section. Yeah, it's kind of funny, I restarted this video because I felt like I was talking too fast, only for me to talk at the same exact fucking pace. But whatever. Doesn't matter. The other video I tried to film, I wasn't even halfway through, and I'd been recording for nearly 2 fucking hours. My other video, okay, now that we're done talking about Hyuna, the video I was originally going to post as my first video was me going and talking about almost every 2023 K-pop debut. I don't know if you guys would be interested. I feel like I'm kind of late to the trend of reviewing 2023 K-pop, but if I post this and if anybody sees it, if you would like me to talk about that, let me know, because I will. I still will. But yeah, why do I keep doing that? I'm sorry, I'm not used to this. I'm kind of awkward. I hope the lighting's fine. I hope I don't feel too far away. I felt like if I got any closer it was like too personal, and I don't think we're on that level yet. And also, I'm kind of gross. My hair's greasy. TMI. Anyways, oh, also, another note, I don't know how to edit, so this could have really shit editing, and I'm sorry for that. That's all. Bye bye. Me and Dottie say bye. Mwah.